Hey, hello guys, I'm Mr. Moises Flores and I would be your subject teacher for our pre-calculus class. Okay, today we would come up with the very first lesson, which would be entitled as your introduction to conic sections. Okay, let us have the learning competency, which could be found in our curriculum guide. It states that it illustrates the different types of conic sections, namely circle, parabola, ellipse, hyperbola, and of course degenerate cases. Now, what are our expectations? We have here the learning objectives. The first one is illustrate the different conic sections. In here, we're going to sustain learning systematically by providing graphs, figures, and videos. The second one is we're going to distinguish the different conic sections. We're going to give definitions, illustrations, and comparisons. And of course, the third one, we're going to show appreciation to the concept about conic sections. Okay, of course, we're going to give real life examples which could be found around us. Okay, now let's have the definitions. For conic sections, if a plane intersects a double right circular cones, the intersection is a two-dimensional curve of different types. Now, this code is now your conic sections, or in short, it's conics. Now, what are the different types of conic sections? We have here the first one. We have circle, ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola. Let us discuss it one at a time. Let's start with the very first type of conics, which is the circle. The question now for circle is, how do circle form? Okay, circle was formed when the plane that intersects the cone is perpendicular to the axis of symmetry of the cone. As you observe here in this arrow, it illustrates now a plane. Or, of course, this plane is said to be horizontal with respect to the base of the cone. Now, to further discuss how the circle was formed, let us watch this clip. Okay? Now, this clip will tell us how circle was formed. Observe the graph. As the plane moves horizontally with the cone, the graph is either becomes smaller or bigger. Okay? Notice also that when the plane reaches the apex of the cone, there you have it, it forms a point. It is now the degenerate case of a circle. Okay? Now, let us have the formal definition of a circle. It says here, it is a set of all points equidistant to a fixed point. Now, the question is, what do you call this fixed point? This fixed point now is called now your center of a circle, and usually we name the circle by its center. And how about its equidistant? This now equidistant is being referred to your equal distances along the different points of your circle, which is now called your radius. So you have our diagram here, and of course another diagram that shows us the relationship of your fixed point and your equal distances. Okay? Now, take a look of these figures. Can you name them? The first one is we have cookies, and then we have dartboard, we have the compact discs, and we have the wall clock. What do they have in common? Yes, they're all circles. And these are all real-life examples of circles. I know that there are lots of examples that we could name around us. Okay? Now, for this, could move on now with the next type of conics. So we are through with the first one, which is circle. Let's move with the second. Okay. There you have an illustrations. Okay. These figures, again, what do they have in common? Yes, they all have parabolic in shape, especially this illustration. When you throw a ball, the trajectory it takes is a parabola. Okay? We have also here a satellite dish. We have here a tunnel, and of course a fountain. They are said to be parabolic in shape. These are all real-life examples of parabolas, and still we have lots of examples around us. Now the question is, how do parabolas form? Okay, with this, take a look on this diagram. Parabolas are formed once the plane that intersects the cone is parallel to an element of the cone. Take a look on this diagram. We have here the plane. Okay? When the plane intersects only one cone to form an unbounded curve. Now, to have it further discussed, how does the parabola form? Let's watch this again, a clip. Okay? Now, with this clip, parabola was created when the angle of the plane and the cone are equal. Observe once again the plane as it moves on the cone. There you have the figure. And its shapes, of course, it's a parabola. Notice that once the plane, okay, it would also degenerate a line. Okay? So as you notice, there you have the graph as it continually moves the plane. And again, the degenerates of your plane under the parabola is a straight line. Now, let's formally define what is a parabola. From the definition here, parabola is a set of all points such that its distances from the fixed point and from the fixed line are the same. Okay, what do you call this fixed point? We have here the focus as the fixed point, and then the fixed line with this one is now called your directrix. And this is now the relationship of this fixed point and then the fixed line, and how it was formed is graph. Okay, take a look also on this diagram. We have different terms. We have here the axis of symmetry. We have another one, the latus rectum, and of course the vertex. Okay, don't worry about these terms. We would further discuss this one on our succeeding lesson. Okay, so again, this is the second type of our conics, which is now your parabola. Let's proceed now with the third type of your conics, and it is now called your what? Okay, before we name it, consider these examples. Okay, now the diagram is an orbit taken by the Earth around the Sun. And what is its shape? Its shape is an ellipse. Yes. Okay, and we have another figures here. We have a football and an earring. These two figures are also elliptical in shapes. These are all real-life examples of ellipses. And still we have lots of examples around us. Now, as we continue further, the question is how do also ellipse form? Okay? So, ellipses or ellipse was formed once the plane that intersects the cone is neither parallel nor perpendicular to the axis of symmetry of the cone and cut through two sides, as it is illustrated by this arrow. Okay, showing that there you have the plane. Okay, and of course, when the tilted plane intersects only one cone to form a bounded curve. Okay, and again, let's watch another clip how the cone was how the ellipse was formed. Okay, let's watch this clip. There you have. Okay, an ellipse is created when a cone is cut less than 90 degrees but greater than the angle of the plane. Observe the plane as it moves now on the cone. Okay, just like circle, once the plane reaches the apex of the cone, it degenerates a point. There you have. So that's a cone as it degenerates a point. Okay, let's formally define what is an ellipse. Okay, for an ellipse, it is said to be set of all points whose distances from the two foci add up to a certain constant. Okay, so for ellipse, we have now two focus, or of course it's plural, so foci, and there you have this diagram also, how it is formed or how it is graphed. Okay, on this other diagram, we have here, okay, two vertices also. We have here the two focus, and they now that lies along the major axis. Okay, and then we have another co-vertex or co-vertices which could be found under your minor axis. Again, these terms could be furtherly discussed on our succeeding lessons. Okay, let's proceed now for the last type of conics. So we have discussed circle, parabola, and ellipse. This time for the last type of your conics. Okay, and that is hyperbola. Okay, now how does also hyperbola form? Okay, from this diagram, okay, hyperbola was formed once the plane that intersects the cone is parallel to the axis of symmetry of the cone. Okay, just like again this arrow. Okay, it shows here your plane as it cuts on the cone. Okay, now we're going to watch also another clip for us to furtherly discuss how this hyperbola formed through this cutting of a plane. Okay, so watch again this clip. Now, just like other conics, observe how parabola, or should I say this hyperbola, was formed as the plane moves. Okay, in here, hyperbola degenerates two intersecting lines. A while ago, in our parabola, it generates one line only, but for hyperbola, it degenerates two intersecting lines. Okay, so there you have. Now, let's proceed with the formal definition of hyperbola. For hyperbola, it is said to be set of all points whose distances from the two foci differ by a certain constant. Okay, so as you would observe here, from the word itself hyperbola, though the figure, it illustrates now two parabolas. They are said to be facing opposite each other. Okay, if we're going to compare with an ellipse, it consists also of two parabolas facing each other, but this time for hyperbolas, they're said to be facing opposite each other. Okay, we have here other terms. We have transverse axis, where your foci and vertices lies. Okay, and also your conjugate axis, where your ends of minor axis is located. And of course, another term is your asymptote. Okay, again, don't worry, for all these terms will be formally discussed in our discussion for hyperbola. So, let's have examples. Okay, take a look on this figure. Now, what do you observe? FYI, did you know that the properties of hyperbolas have been used in the design of certain telescopes and navigation systems? Wow! It's a great idea, of course, that the properties of hyperbolas was being used. Okay, and here are other real-life examples of hyperbolas. Okay, so can you name hyperbola shape in your community or in your area? Will you name one? Okay, let's proceed now with what do you call this one? As we sum up it up. Okay, sum it up and generalize what we have discussed for the four types of conics. Okay, from the circle to parabola to ellipse and to hyperbola. Okay, as we generalize, okay, let's have the first one for circle. Okay, take note that circle was formed when the plane is horizontal. There you have. On the other hand, ellipse was formed when the tilted plane intersects on the cone to form a bounded curve. And then for parabola, okay, when the plane intersects only one cone to form an unbounded curve. And lastly, of course, the hyperbola. Okay, there you have. Was formed when the plane, not necessarily vertical, intersects both cones to form two unbounded curves. Okay, there you have. Now, let's have the activity because it's your turn to accomplish this learning activity. Okay, I'll give you an assignment. Okay, it says here that you're going to take pictures or video with you of real life examples of conics that could be found in your place or environment. Okay, and post it in this link. Okay, under padlet.com. Okay, may I advise you, of course, to have your account also here, or for you to post your assignment. Okay, so don't forget that link. And of course, hoping that you have learned something today, and I guess it's true for the day. Thank you for listening and have a nice day. See you again for the next lesson.